This week, we are talking all about whether you should buy first or sell first. My name is Justin Little. I'm a local real estate agent here in Hamilton, Ontario, and I love making educational videos about the market. If you like what you see today, be sure to pop a like on it and don't forget to subscribe and join this growing community. Let's dive into it. So I've been getting this question a lot at the time of making this video, whether you should buy or sell first. And I think there's a few different factors that you have to take in mind because honestly, there probably isn't one right answer. I think it really depends on your situation. For example, if you do have a pre-qualification, but you need a certain number for your house to sell to hit that qualification, then I think it's in your best interest to sell first and then get a longer 4-month closing to give you lots of time to shop. The reason being is you don't want to go out and purchase something for, the max of your budget. And then when it comes to sell your house, you don't get the price you need. I actually ran into this situation, not with one of my clients, but for a listing that I had. People that bought it. They didn't do a condition on selling their property. They had a townhouse to sell. Now, 2 townhouses recently sold for $800,000 in the complex within the last couple months. They listed theirs for $799,000, but it hasn't sold yet. So even though there was strong comparables indicating that it should sell in that price point, markets do turn and things do change. So they were unable to sell their townhouse and we've had to extend the closing. So just kind of a story there that if you do want to sell first, or you do think you're going to get a certain number based on the comparables, that might not actually be the reality. However, when is it a good time to buy first? I think it's a good time to buy first if you know if you have no mortgage on your house and you know that what you're purchasing is much less than what you're selling for. So on a downsize, I don't think, it's super relevant. But I do think buying first is if you are willing to let your house go for a little bit less than, I wouldn't say market value, but then what you might want for it. So for instance, I've gone through the process a couple times where I've bought a house first and then I've had to sell on the other end. But in both cases, I said to myself, okay, I know worst case, if I sell it for this amount, I can still make the deal happen. And it was a pretty big amount. So I made sure that the purchase was well within the means that I could do. And I took that into consideration because me and my wife, and I have to say me and my wife, even though we know it's mostly my wife, for those of you that know me, are very particular with what we like in a house. So we have to make sure that we're not moving unless we found something we really like. But we took that in consideration when we were shopping, knowing that, okay, when we have to sell our house, let's be realistic. We're going to have to price it to sell. And both times that I've done this, I priced it to sell and it's gone quickly. And what was even recently in the slower market, it still went quickly because we priced it appropriately. So I would say that it's okay to buy first as long as you know that you're going to have to price your house lower to sell. If you're looking to get top dollar, then that's not the strategy for you. If you're hoping to get market value or higher, we might need a little bit of time to do it because the days on market has extended. So my recommendation would be to get your house up, get it listed, sell it first, you know exactly what you have, and then you can use that when you're purchasing with confidence. Not only that, you won't need a financing condition, which is going to give you way more negotiating power when it comes to the actual price of the purchase. One segment of the market I want to point out this is extra important for right now. I think if you do have a condo apartment, you should be selling it first because that market is very slow right now in Hamilton. I would hate to see where you've purchased something and then the condo is unable to sell for what it should, kind of sell for within the time period that you need, just because we have a ton of inventory on the condo market. In fact, we need the sales to either increase by 4 times or the amount of condos on the market to decrease by 4 times to get it back into a seller's market situation there. So this can sometimes be tricky. Like I said, it's case by case. If you're thinking of doing a move and it's going to involve a buy and a sell, do yourself a favor, reach out to me. Let's have the conversation so we can tailor a plan that best suits your needs to make sure you don't end up in a situation you don't want to be in. Until next time, I'm Justin. We'll talk to you later.